Freedom from violence was the theme of a high-level forum held recently in Sweden. More than 150 politicians, researchers and practitioners attended. Arranged by the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, its purpose was to examine the relationship between violence and development. Asia's newest nation, East Timor, and its struggle for a peaceful way forward was one of the case studies. Ric Wasserman has the story.
The Stockholm Forum for Security and Development drew representatives from 40 countries. They included politicians, organizations, and researchers who came to speak about their own experiences and to learn from others. The case of East Timor was in sharp focus. The country was first colonized by Portugal for 400 years, then invaded by Indonesia in 1975. A long civil war with Indonesia resulted in over 200,000 dead, before East Timor gained full independence in 2002. Felicia Carvalho remembers growing up in fear.
My grandparents were in a war. My moms were in a war when Portuguese left, right? And my generation in 1999 when we got independence. So I think it's that when you experience a conflict, when you experience something happen to you, understand.
But even after gaining independence from Indonesia, internal violence erupted again in 2006. Houses were burnt and thousands displaced. That's past us, says Felicia Carvalho.
We know 2006 won't happen, and we will make sure 2006 won't happen, because after we're being through generation, it's time.
The new country had to replace the entire Indonesian-run civil service with Timorese, a difficult process where the legacy of violence is ingrained, explained East Timor's Minister of Finance, Emilia Pires.
Colonization, 24 years of occupation, and 2.5 or 3 years of hard, difficult transition. All these things have to be taken into consideration, because the people that you are working with have faced that. They're traumatized and nobody bothers about how to debrief them, how to get them out of that. And that has a huge, big impact on their everyday work.
Violence between young martial arts gangs on the streets of the capital, Dili, has been a major issue for independent East Timor.
In Timor now we have actually done a law that forbids them to use martial arts for bad stuff, and at the same time we are increasing on our training, vocational training, to get them to get some skills. We invested a lot in sports, we invested a lot in arts.
It was important to have a role model, so the government called on Jackie Chan to work with the youth. Minister Emilia Pires says the government has succeeded in making people feel safe. She referred to a recent report by the IRI, a U.S. aid-supported democracy-building institute.
It showed the population putting security at a very, it's no longer the priority, because they feel that they are safe, which is a bit of an indication that the police and the army must be doing their jobs.
East Timor received a huge amount of foreign aid following Indonesia's bloody withdrawal. The World Bank built schools and has given small business loans to young people.
The youth have been much more engaged in productive employment, in starting small businesses, in taking part in reconstruction. And that's a practical economic thing, it's a physical thing, but it's also a sense of changed attitude and mindset.
But other speakers at the forum argued that developing countries cannot and should not rely on foreign aid.
We can never solve the problems in any countries without supporting these people to take the lead. It's their country, it's their problem.
East Timor has come into newfound wealth due to oil discoveries. Now the country desperately needs skilled workers. Those with an education abroad should return to East Timor, says Felicia Carvalho.
It's good to have a dream, and when you and it's good to be part of when you contribute something to the country.
From Sweden, this is Ric Wasserman for Asia Calling.